playing games. I hope you've all had a great start to 2019. Ordinarily, this would be a February update video, but this is just going to be a podcast of me ranting about something that happened in January and kind of explaining where this has put my headspace into regarding YouTube in general. During January, I received for the first time in 11 years an official proper copyright strike takedown notice. For those of you that don't know, that's when a company basically is requesting you to take down content because it contravenes their copyright law and they don't want it available for anyone to see. If you get 3 of these within a certain period of time, though, your YouTube channel is removed, you are banned from YouTube, and you can't open or upload any more content, and whatever was on there is immediately all completely deleted. As you can imagine, that made me worried. So I took a look at the video, and the video is from a company that sent me their own software for me to review in 2012. The video itself was published early 2013 and has amassed about 12 to 13,000 views over the course of the last 6-ish years. Then in January, for some unknown reason, they've then decided that they no longer want that video to be published and sent this cease and desist notice to YouTube, which then comes to me, and the video gets automatically taken down. YouTube itself then provides you details of the person who manually said, "I don't want this video on YouTube anymore, take it down." Now, I then got in contact with this person who is part of the team that work at this organisation, which will remain nameless. Get your teeth in, Simon, because I don't want there to be further legal ramifications. And I said, "You've sent me this, and we've agreed that we would do a review on your product, and here's the documentation that I have." And their reply was, "There's no named contact here." And I was like, "No, there never was." And then it's just been blanket silence ever since. Now, initially, they seemed quite open. Should I have a named contact in their current department? But this was 2012, and this has clearly not how they either ran things then or distribute their products then, and the world has changed since then. And I think it's changed for several different reasons, and it's endemic of exactly why the issues around YouTube continue to persist, and creators constantly get moany and do videos or podcasts like the one I'm doing now. YouTube is set up in a very specific way that makes creators guilty until proven innocent, instead of being able to have a conversation with someone to lay out the evidence before even an automated system on YouTube, for it then to apportion blame on who's right and who's wrong. It is always investor, company, copyright, advertiser wins, creator loses. It doesn't matter how you try and stack that up, you're always having to battle your corner. It's never submit the evidence and then let's see what happens, which would be a much easier and better way to go about copyright claiming on YouTube in general, in my opinion at least anyway. So what this has left me basically dealing with is that the only way how I can now go against trying to get myself cleared is to take this company to court and start legal proceedings over a video that over 6 years has got 13,000 views. I'm really not that bothered. It's more around actually the slight and stain on me as a person, in that I've purposely said and adhered to the rules of which I was given, and now it's been twisted and turned against me, and it's left me feeling very wary of how I now do content on YouTube again in the future, because that couldn't have stopped there. They could have ended up going, "We're going to take you to court for damages," because my review was not necessarily positive or negative. It was actually quite in the middle, and this is where everything starts to become open to interpretation and issues. This whole issue around fair use under copyright, which is particularly tricky around games, it has to be said, is highly, I think, tied to the type of review that you give. Someone is very happy to say, "Yes, use my product for a review," but then doesn't go into the details of exactly how much of that product you can use and so on and so forth. Some companies are actually quite strict and will say, "I only want you to show the first hour of gameplay." I'm like, Yep, no, that's fine. You've stipulated that. I will stick with that. So if I then started showing hours 3 and 4 of gameplay, I would expect the copyright notice to come in, and I would expect to get a bollocking because I've not followed and adhered to the lines. However, when someone's given you an open plate and you literally show the opening bit of their software and shows how it works, and then write an in-depth written review around it, where did I go wrong? And so I feel like I've been told that I'm evil, but I wasn't. So yeah, super awkward. And because I think I was giving an ambivalent review and not a positive review, I was targeted and therefore taken down. That's my assumption. That's my personal feeling. It's completely unprovable, but I guarantee that there's loads of other people that have said that this product is amazing, whose videos are still out there showing exactly the same piece of software that I did. And that's where this whole pious annoyance comes in. It's not just that though. So throughout the many years that I've been on YouTube, I've constantly had to deal with copyright claims of things where the video's either been allowed to stand or it's been blocked worldwide. It's just not been given a copyright strike and a takedown notice, quite as far as what this one has got to. And typically that's happened with Formula One management quite a lot. As you know, I play a lot of F1 games on this channel, and so many of these videos then get claimed because they think that it matches up to a real race camera view. Of course it does. We're playing a very good F1 game, but there is a difference between a real race and me chugging around in 19th position. So the issue here is that what happens, because it's automated and because the creator is always the guilty until proven innocent party, is that the video gets claimed for 30 days. Now, if you're a popular YouTuber, which I'm not, it is in the person's interest to keep that video active and just skim revenue off it for the first 30 days, because you can then submit your evidence back to the company and say, I have this legal document, I've got this sign off from this composer to say that the video's music is fine, the visuals were signed off by the dev team, you're just a random person trying to say that the video is yours. Stop. They have 30 days in which to reply. In every single case over 11 years, except for 3, because I've kept the emails of them, everyone has waited 30 days and let it lapse. Now you think about a video that's 31 days old. Are you going to watch that or something that's come out today? Where's that revenue gone? Where's that time and effort that a creator has put into a video gone that has then gone elsewhere? Now for me, it's less of an argument because I'm doing Let's Plays and reviews where I just talk over gameplay footage. My production value is low. But if I'm going to then start stepping up this production value and I'm building like a set place to actually stand in front of people, I'm not going to have that kind of stuff taken down. It's going to really make me think about how I portray video images, and if that means that I just talk to the camera about a game and never show you it, what is the value in that? Do you know what I mean? In the same way that if I'm trying to explain and give a review of a music game, none of those videos whose revenue barely come to me because everyone copyright claims the music and so they get the revenue, and I tell them that the game's great and then they go and buy the game and I get no kind of comeback for that. It's insane. So yes, it's very frustrating and it's a very awkward time at the moment to be a creator. So if I'm looking and investing in this channel throughout the rest of this year to make it a much better space, ultimately I think if YouTube can't give me the support as a creator, which I don't believe it does, then where else do I go? What else do I do? Because I imagine Twitch would have the same issue. I'd imagine most bigger organisations like this have the same issue. So I am looking into some kind of homebred, white labelled video software, but then I know that 99% of you would not bother to look. It's so awkward that, and this is the problem when something becomes like a giant monopolisation and it's the destination place to go, but they aren't wanting or willing to get involved in the political discussions that go on with it. The issue comes in that YouTube does not quite know or want to get involved in any of these discussions. And to some degree, I do get where they're coming from. They are a platform. They are not guardians of law, if that makes sense. So I completely understand. But they're stepping back so far away from the problem that it's now becoming just like a who's got the bigger lawyer battle in the legal fits. And I've got a day job to do. I don't have time to start doing legal proceedings over a video that's earned me about 17 pence. No. So, I'm going to be spending a lot of February and probably into March as well, kind of pondering about what's the type of content that I do want to do and how I'm going to lay that out. It will mean that throughout the next couple of months, my content will be simple to do and light and with very little in terms of production value, because I don't feel like it's worth it when it's probably going to end up being demonetized or taken away or deleted or copyright claimed, because I need to start thinking about actually how do I protect myself as a creator instead of being open to just being absolutely battered around by companies that think that they can leverage in and how are leveraging in and taking over, not being true to their word, and I have no leg to stand on because I'm treated as guilty before I'm innocent. It's a very difficult time to be a YouTube creator, I think, just in general. I appreciate that some people just be like, just shut up and get on with it. And to some degree, I do agree with it. But I think it's at that point where you're thinking, right, I want to transition to something better than this. But there is no infrastructure there to support me should this level of crap be happening with something that I've spent hours and hours and days on. As my spare time hobby. Maybe I should just choose the happy path and play the games that I want to play and not tell anyone what's good or not. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, sorry this is a bit of a misery post, but I just thought it was really, really interesting to wander through the wasteland that is legal battles on YouTube and just weigh in on my points on it. I hope that was vaguely informative as to how it feels at the moment to be a creator. I appreciate this isn't for everyone. But yeah, have a great Feb and stay tuned. Take care. Bye.